Good morning. How are you? Everybody okay? Bored a little bit? It's tough. Wish I was there to tell you this story in person, but I got something to tell you. So, this story is about Jesus and his last celebration of the Passover and what he did with that meal. That every year, Jews used to go, well, they still do, go and try to get to Jerusalem and have a big feast to remember when God saved them from Pharaoh in Egypt. Terrible story, very sad. But an important thing to remember was that almost everybody was in danger and it was hard to get away, and so they have a special meal, and part of that meal is flatbread that didn't rise up and wine. And Jesus took those two things and did something kind of interesting. So Jesus told two disciples, I want you to go to town and look around for a man with a big water jug. Follow him. And when you follow him, he'll go into a house. And if you go into that house, talk to the owner will say that he's got a room ready for us, and that's where we're going to go. So his two disciples, Peter and John, went off to see about the man. And sure enough, everything was exactly the way it was. There was a man with a jug, and they followed him, and there was a room ready, and they set it all up. So Peter and John got it all ready, and then Jesus came in, and they had a big meal. Everyone was eating, and Jesus told them that the Son of Man, that was him, the Son of Man was going to die to his death. So, everyone was shocked. What did he say? To his death? They couldn't understand. They couldn't believe that Jesus was saying he was about to die. But he was. He knew. And he said, somebody here is going to betray me. And they all started talking. Is it me? Is it me? Did I do it? Am I the one? Am I the one? And everyone, Jesus wouldn't say anything, but one of them said, Jesus, is it me? And he says, you know, you have said it. Go, get it over with. Go do it quickly. And the disciple left. And Jesus took the bread and he broke it and the wine, and he said, this bread is like my body. Remember that. And the wine is like my blood. Remember that. And take this all the time with believers and tell them that this is about Jesus, that he broke his body, spilled his blood for them. And that we should do that. Do you know something like that? Do you see it happening here in the church? All the time. It's called communion. I want you to ask your parents about it. They'll be glad to tell you anything you want to know about it. So, we eat the bread, drink the wine, because Jesus asked us to. Remember me, he said. Bye-bye.